What songs are going to be in Stranger Things Season 5? I'm going to make a few song predictions. Season 4 was set in March of 1986, and this current season is set in the fall of 1987. So, I will be predicting songs that released between April of 1986 and November of 1987. Let's get some of the big hits out of the way. We got I Wanna Dance With Somebody Who Loves Me by Whitney Houston, The Final Countdown by Europe, Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship, Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley, You Can Call Me Al by Paul Simon, George Harrison's cover of Got My Mind Set On You, Faith by George Michael, Just Like Heaven by The Cure, and Heaven Is a Place on Earth by Belinda Carlisle. When I think of music from 1987, I think of Def Leppard's album Hysteria. The easy pick from this album would be Pour Some Sugar on Me. However, I believe Love Bites is a better fit for the atmosphere of Stranger Things. Guns N' Roses released their debut album Appetite for Destruction that same year. Despite being a sleeper hit and finding success after the time that this season is set, I still believe that Welcome to the Jungle could be used in one of this season's action-packed scenes. Other big hard rock songs from this time include Here I Go Again by Whitesnake, Why Can't This Be Love by Van Halen, and Wasted Years by Iron Maiden. Aside from how odd it is that Stranger Things haven't previously used any songs from those last two bands, there are a few essential 1980s artists that are yet to have their music in the show. Phil Collins was everywhere in the 80s, so it only makes sense that Invisible Touch by Genesis is a part of Stranger Things Season 5. The show also hasn't had any music by Prince, and it's never too late to use his song Kiss. Top Gun released in 1986, so we'll probably hear Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins. Hip-hop was on the come-up at the time, with songs like No Sleep Till Brooklyn by Beastie Boys, It's Tricky by Run DMC, Boys in the Hood by Eazy-E, and Push It by Salt and Pepper. It was also during this time that a few Australian bands had experienced success internationally, like Crowded House with their song Don't Dream It's Over, and INXS with their #1 Billboard single Need You Tonight. In 1987, U2 released The Joshua Tree, which contained their song With or Without You. That same year, Fleetwood Mac released Tango in the Night, the highest charting song from which was Little Lies. And finally, even though this song wasn't big in America at the time, There Is a Light That Never Goes Out by The Smiths is a perfect fit for the show's final season. Those are my predictions for the soundtrack of the 5th and final season of Stranger Things, and I'll see if I got any of them right when the episodes gradually release.